Please don't play with us. Nah, we up and aiming up. Ain't no hard.
Right? Okay. Bet, family, bet. So I'm just assuming, right? If you're not into the wave analyzer, right, you need to get into the chat. You need to get in the chat, Tsunami Wave Analyzer, and get approved, family. You need to get into the chat and get approved, right? So I'm gonna take you through how to use TradingView first, and then we're gonna get into straight into setting it up for Batman. As you see, right, I have Batman set up, and if you look at my loaded charts, I also have Hulk, right? I also have Hulk. But today we're gonna be going over Batman, so we're gonna do a new chart. All right, we're gonna do a new chart layout. We're gonna do a new chart layout just to start it off, right? Because this is what most of y'all's trading view is gonna look like, right? It's gonna be white. It's not gonna have no flavor. It's not gonna have no sauce, right? So first things first, right? Now, if you don't know what anything going on is, right, you have a cursor, right? So now if you look to the right, the cursor is lined up with where you are looking at, right? So if you find your entry point, right, normally you would line it up with this, right? So if you're looking for measurements, it goes up and down, right? So if you're measuring where a candle is, right? So if I go to the top of this candle, it tells me where it is. If I go to the bottom of this candle, it also tells me where it is, right? And it also tells you where the current candle is right now, right? That dotted red line. And if it was going up, it would be a dotted blue line, right? So now this is your volume. Right now, currently, you do not need this, family, right? You do not need this volume. So you will go over here to the volume, right? I'm gonna go over it slowly because I know a lot of people will be like, oh, I didn't catch that, right? So bam, the down here, you do not need this. So you will come over here to volume and you will press X. So now you will have a naked chart, as I would say, a naked chart, family. So now, if you want to personalize your chart, how my chart was over here, right? Black, gray, you can make it gradient. You can change the colors of everything pretty much. You will come here to the toolbar. So we're going to make this real pretty, right? So appearance, right? If you want it gradient, 2 different colors, you'll click gradient. And what that means is, right, it will be kind of faded. See how it's faded? My chart's faded now, right, with the 2 colors. But me, right, my Hulk is faded, but Batman, I have it solid. Because, Batman, he black and yellow, right? So I put black. And your session breaks, you can turn that whatever color you want. Your scale lines, probably turn them gray if you want, right? You can play with this as you want. Now, if you want to change the color of your candles, right? You want to have gold candles, Batman's black and yellow. You want to have gold candles going up and red candles going down. You can do that as you please, right? You'll click symbols and you'll have your gold going up, right? You can personalize it as you want, right? I'm not going to get too much into it. I'm just going to show you guys how to do it, right? I'm just going to show you guys how to do it. I'm not saving this chart because I already have Batman set up. So I'm just going to change it back to the regular colors, right? You guys can personalize this as you want, right? And then personally, all you would do to save it is just press OK, right? All you would do is just press OK, right? Now, if you want this watch list, right? You don't want to have to keep searching through everything, right? As you see, I have XBX 500, I have gold, I have AUD, USD, Euro, EJ, UJ, EU, GCAD, GJ, GUSD, UCAD, UJ. I got Apple and Tesla, right? This is simply this button right here, right? This button at the top, the 4 lines, right? Now, if you want to take one off, you would click the X next to the pair, right? And if you want to add a pair, you will click the plus, add symbol, and you will simply search the pair that you're looking for. So let's say I want to add US 30. I will type in US 30. I will find the correct US 30, right? Make sure it has USD at the end. And I will click it. Now it will now appear in my watch list. And when I click it, it will go straight to it. When I click Tesla, it will go to Tesla, right? So I'm going to delete US 30 because I don't play with the dirty 30, right? Now, I have a lot of individuals asking me, how do I set alerts, right? I'm going to show y'all how to set alerts once I add the wave analyzer, but that would be pretty much this button right here. It would show you your alerts that you have set up. So obviously right now, I have my buy entries, I have my sell exits, right? And it has an alert log, all the most recent messages and times that it's sent to you, right? So I have alerts every minute, right? Because XPX moves really fast. So every minute I need a text message with an update, right? Every minute I need a text message with an update. Because as you know, within 5 to 15 minutes, XPX can move a couple hundred pips. All right, family? So now I'll get out of that. So let's say, right, we want a ruler. A ruler is used to pretty much calculate how many pips you have down, right? If you want to know how many pips this is, right, it counts it for you over here, right? Pretty much you will count out the last digit and it will be 72. You want to measure it up. This will be, all right, you measure from the bottom of the candle to the top of the candle, right? This will be 171, right? Now, let me check the comments for everybody real quick, right? Because I know I'm getting a lot of comments. Hold on. So let me just go ahead, because most of you guys' comments are going to be answered by the end of the training. So I would, hold them. But all right, let's check them out real quick. Why isn't the chat loading for me? Let me type Alt H. See if it comes up. Nope, didn't come up yet. Oh well, guess they don't want to let me see all comments. All right, so if you're an individual that likes marking up charts, right, you'll click on this button right here, and you'll click from one way, right? It sets a point, and you will simply drag it over, right? You can go from over left to right. You go vertical, horizontal. You can do all kind of ways, right? I could go like this, down here, right? This button right here, family. This button right here, because a lot of you guys do not know how to use Tradingview just yet, right? So I'm really doing the Tradingview overview, and then I'm gonna get straight into Batman, because I need y'all to know how to use everything on here, right? So now, if you don't really want a straight line, you kind of just want to draw it yourself, right? You can take the brush and just hold down, and you can draw pretty much however you want, right? You can draw however you want. If you want to draw the trend, you can draw the trend with the brush, right? Now, if you want to delete it, you'll see it right here, up here, and you'll just press the trash can. You'll just press the trash can. So now if I want to delete these, I'll click on it, and you'll see this come up here, and you'll click the trash can, right? Click the trash can, click the trash can. All right, so now let's say you're marking up the charts and you want to do a mobile signal, kind of like how educators do on live tradings, right? This will come up. So let's say I say XPX 500, SL, TP, You want to send it to one of your teammates, right? You'll click that and you will put it wherever your entry is, right? You'll put the entry TPSL, you can drag it over there, right? If you want to change the color, you'll simply come to the A with the underlying text, and you can change it to whatever color you want so they can see it. And now you can share this board to people, right? By pressing the publish button, right? Share your idea with your trade community. So if you ever mark up a chart and want to share it to your family, right? You can put the text, you can mark it up, and you can press the publish button and send it to your team. Right. So now if you find a trade with Batman, you marked it up, you're like, oh my gosh, it's about to break, right? You can share it to your team with what you think is about to happen, or share it to your mentor and be like, okay, is this a good trade? Can you look at this right here? I just marked it up. Is this good? Right. I did my homework for the week of marking up charts. Can you see if I did it right? Right. You can share it to them. Right. Instead of going to Zoom and doing all that, you can just send them your work. Right. Now, if you want to zoom in, right, you click the zoom in button. And now what you would do is you'll click and drag over the area that you want enlarged, right? You will drag over the area you want enlarged. So now that area just got enlarged. Now I'll zoom out. Now these buttons up here pretty much mean your time frame, right? So I'll click it. It goes from the minute all the way down to a month, right? So what that means is a candle will form every minute all the way to every month, depending on which time frame you have, right? Whatever time frame you click on, that's when the candles are going to form, right, family? That's when the candles are going to form. Now, this is your different type of candles. I know a lot of people like line, right? They like this type of graph, right? I met people who use this type of graph, right? They like line graphs, line charts, right? If you're that type of individual, it's right there, right? I know some people who like Hakanashi because it shows momentum, right? And I know some people who like just regular candles, right? They don't really know the difference. They're just going to stick with the original, right? Now, if you want to use that search bar to find pairs, you will click this button right here, right? Bam, and it will bring a search engine. And you can simply press the delete button and type in whatever pair that you want to find, right? You can narrow it down to stocks, futures, Forex, CFD, cryptocurrency, index, which is indices, right? Notice on my last trading plan in the basics, right? I told you what an index was. It's an indice in Forex, right? It's the original term, and then you can go to economy, right? Now you can exit out. Now, you can also replay. You can do a bar replay. You can do a bar replay, right? So if you're given a training like this and you just want to go back in the past, you could erase these and kind of play them in the future, right? I know a lot of educators do that on your back office videos. That's how you do that. You also have the alerts button right here, right? So now we're going to get into the indicators, right? Now we're going to get into the indicators, family. So we're about to start setting it up, right? So if you're ready, right? If you're ready, does anybody have questions about the overview of Tradingview? Does anybody have questions before we get into Batman? Let me see if I can set this up real quick. Let me see if I can actually get these. There we go, right? Do you mark up charts as you use wave analyzers? Sometimes can get cluttered, even if you're hiding indicators. This is free. Yes, TradingView is free. TradingView is free, right? To get alerts on TradingView and multiple charts, you do have to upgrade your package, family, right? So if you just want to use the wave analyzer just as the wave analyzer, and you gotta watch it for the arrows, right? Now, if you want alerts like text messages, emails saying, yo, a signal has formed, to get that, you have to have the pro, right? Which is, I believe it's free for 30 days and it's like $16 a month, right? Me, I went and got the pro because I'm not about to sit and watch the chart all day, family. I'm not about to sit and watch the chart all day. I'd rather get a text message and come check it on my phone. But if you just want the chart and the wave analyzer itself, everything is free. Marking up charts is free. The every other tool that I showed you, but besides alerts, everything else is free, right? I believe on the free version, you can only have up to 3 indicators. And the wave analyzer is 1 and the MACD is 2, right? So you can have the wave analyzer and Batman for free. Having multiple graphs up at the time, right? I believe you click this compare button, you can do that. You can compare pairs. So if I want to compare these 2 pairs, right? If I want to compare XBX to Tesla, right, it comes up at the bottom, right? It shows the trend. So you can have up multiple pairs at the same time if you click that compare button. I know a lot of y'all didn't know that, right? And I don't even, oh, there we go, right? So if you want to remove it, right, it'll be right here. You just press the X, right? So before we get into Batman, right, I'm gonna look at this chart one more time, this chat one more time. We're gonna get straight into it. I don't know why the chart doesn't really, like chat doesn't like coming up all the time. All right, so it's not coming up. All right, so forget it. Okay, so bam, first family, right? We'll click the indicators button, which is FX. Now, if you're on an iPhone or a smartphone, right? Simply what you will do is you will click the chart button on the bottom, and you will see a toolbar that kind of looks like this, right? This white screen, and you will simply swipe to the left, and you will find a button that says F and X, right? F and X. On your laptop, it will look like this, so you will simply click this button. Right now, if you are approved for the wave analyzer, right, you will have an invite only scripts button. Now, if you just created your TradingView today, you probably wasn't found if you just turned it in. So you got to wait like a day, maybe a day, right? You most likely will be approved by Sunday, family. So patience pays, right? It pays to wait. It pays to wait. Just be patient with us and just send it again, right? If you didn't get it in the day that you sent it in, send it again. Kind of remind them, right? We're all human, right? We all make mistakes, may skip over you one time, maybe, I don't know. May not be on purpose. So first things first, right? We'll click FX Social Entry Finder. That is the name of the wave analyzer. So when you click it, it will show up, right? It will show up, right? The second thing that we will click is MACD, MACD, right? And we will go to built-ins and we will get the original. Click MACD. Now we're gonna go to setting it up, family, right? So what we did was we went to FX indicators, we went to invite only scripts, we hit social entry finder, and then we came and typed in MACD and clicked it once. So now your chart should look something like this, right? I know you guys don't look like this, so just hold on and I'm gonna set you up, right? I'm gonna set you up, right? So let me change this pair. I don't even like that looking like this. My stuff normally look like this. Bam. Okay. Now I know GJ made a pretty nice move last night. All right, that's fine. Whatever. This is fine. Let's go to GJ. He made a nice move last night. Yeah. Go back to GU. All right. So bam, family. So now we're gonna get into wave analyzer. right? So first things first, you will come to the settings button, right? So if you hover over the inputs, right, the indicator, you'll see a toolbar. You'll see a toolbar. You'll click on it. You don't change nothing on inputs. You'll go straight to style, right? So you will, first things first, under style, you will uncheck the orange line, EMA1. Uncheck it. Uncheck it. Step 2, right? You will go to EMA2. You'll click on it and turn your opacity all the way up and click third thickness, right? Because we need to see it. We need to see these lines. We need to see this 200. If you want to know what the purple line is for, it's the 200 EMA, right? It's the 200 EMA, right? You can put that in parentheses. It's 200 EMA. So when you get more educated, you will know the purpose of a 200 EMA, right? So for the style, the purple line, we turned the opacity up to 100 and we click third thickness. Bam, right? So the third step, right? We're gonna go to EMA3. We're gonna do the same thing, right? We're gonna turn the opacity all the way up to 100 so we can see it and do third thickness, right? So now, if you're wondering what the blue line is, right? This is your 50, right? This is your 50 EMA, right? So you have a 50 EMA and a 200 EMA, right? You have a 50 EMA and a 200 EMA. So all we did was turn it up to 100 and did third thickness so we can see it. So now what we will do is we'll come to default and do save as default. So every time you bring up the wave analyzer, it will be set up, right? Every time you bring it up on Batman, it will be set up already. So just in case you know your computer freezes or something of the sort, right? Every time you click the wave analyzer, it will be set up in Batman, right? Now click OK, all right? Click OK. Now we will come down to MACDs, family. MACDs, right? We're gonna click the settings bar on MACDs. You'll go to inputs, right? This time you're gonna write inputs under MACD, right? We're not touching the style, we're gonna touch inputs. And you will change it to 3, 10, close, 16. 3, 10, close, 16. All right, I'm gonna go over it one more time. 3, 10, close, 16. Right, now we're gonna do defaults and save as default. So every time we come back, right, it is saved, right? Bam, baby. Right now, Batman is all set up, right? Y'all are looking beautiful and ready to trade, right? So now I just need to educate you guys on how to find trades, right? How to find trades, right? So now we're gonna go through it, right? We're just gonna go through a little simple overview of all these moving parts because the more you know, the more you will make, right? A lot of y'all like, oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on, right? All right, so bam, the 50 is the aqua, right? You guys can write this down. Y'all can write these notes down. I'm gonna go over it maybe 2 times because a lot of people say, yo, I talk fast, right? So the 50 is the aqua. As you see, the candles magnet, they hover around the aqua because the 50 EMA is the magnet, right? The 50 EMA is the magnet. So if you are a trader and you're looking for a retest, right, you will wait for the candles to come back to the aqua, right? This is not the strategy. These are just inside, inside tips, right? Inside tips, right? Now the purple line is the 200 EMA, right? Is the 200 EMA, right? Now we're gonna come down to the MACDs. We're gonna talk about the MACDs, right? All right. So now really tells you the volume and the momentum down here, right? So now the buyers have a lot of volume. Volume's going up, right? Now the sellers have a lot of volume. So the candles or the pin bars, whatever you want to call them, are red, right? Sellers have momentum. The pin bars are blue. The buyers have momentum, right? Now the stochastics, right? The stochastics. What do they tell you, right? The orange line tells you if the sellers are in control, and the blue line tells you if the buyers are in control, right? We're breaking down every single moving part. So when I start giving you guys the strategy, you're like, okay, bam, I understand why I am getting in for a sell. I understand why I am getting in for a buy, right? Because a lot of times you guys are just getting in for a buy or sell. You don't even know why, right? So now, right, the pin bars are pointing down. It means, hey, sellers have momentum, right? Stochastics tells you, okay, bam, the sellers are in control, right? If the orange is over the blue, right? If the blue's over the orange, it says, yo, the buyers are in control. So now let's really get into the wave analyzer in total, right? It gives you arrows that tell you when to sell, and it gives you arrows when it tells you to buy, right? It gives you arrows when it says to sell, and it gives you arrows when it says to buy. And then on top of that, a blessing, right? It says exit sell. So it tells you when the trade is over, when it has officially changed directions, and it tells you when to exit a buy and a sell, right? So you see exit sell, right? I don't really see an exit buy. Exit buy right here. Exit buy. Okay. Right. Everybody should be good. So first things first, right buy at the top of your screen. I'm gonna show y'all how to read for a buy, family. I'm gonna show y'all how to read for a buy. We're about to get straight into it. So step one, right, for a buy, you are looking for a buy arrow, right? You are looking for a buy arrow. Everybody's with me? Everybody's with me? Okay. Right. You're looking for a buy arrow. Step two, you're waiting for that candle to close, right? I see your hands raised. All right, I see your hands raised. Hold on. Right. Okay. All right. Let me look at the comments before I do this. Right. So does the alert happen off the strategy or just when TradingView feels as if it's selling or buying? Okay, family. It does. You can set alerts for the sell arrow or the buy arrow. So every time the wave analyzer says, you know, hey, it's a buy or it's a sell or it's an exit sell or exit buy, they will send you a text saying sell entry or buy entry. Pro version only. That's with the pro version only. The pro version only, I mean pro and up, right? Every paid version of TradingView gives you alerts. The free version doesn't give you alerts, right? You will sit here and have to look for it. What if I haven't gained access to the wave analyzer yet, right? You will go into the Telegram group chat and you will put in your Tradera ID and your TradingView username, family. Right? And just wait on him. Right? How'd you get the colors on your MACD bars, right? So the colors on my MACD bars come like this when you click the built-in, right? I'll go back for you, right? When you click built-in, it's the main one. Built-ins, right, is at the top. It says MACD. It's the only thing it says. It's the only thing it says, right? I didn't click this one. I clicked built-ins, the main one at the top. All right. All right, so bam, bam, bam. So I believe that's all the questions, right? So step one to a buy, we're back into it, right? So everybody focus up now. Everybody focus up. All right. So first step one, you will look for a buy arrow. Step two, you will wait for this candle to close above the EMAs, right? If you don't know what the EMAs are, this is your 50, this is your 200. You will wait for this candle to close above the EMAs, right? When it does, right? Step three, you'll come straight down, right? You see how you got the dotted line telling you where you are? You'll come straight down and you will see, hey, are the pin bars pointing up, right? Because like I said, if the pin bars are pointing up, who has volume? The buyers have volume. Okay, it's starting to make sense. Starting to make sense. Okay, Uncle Keezy got the sauce, he got this splat. Okay, right? Then secondly, you'll see if the stochastics is on top of the orange line. The blue line is on top of the orange line because what does that mean, family? That means that the buyers are in control. So if we're looking for a buy, we want the buyers to have momentum and we want the buyers to be in control. So bam, soon as you get all those checked out, you will enter off of the second candle, right? So this is the second candle and you would hold, you would be patient, right? So let's say we entered off of this trade. Let's see how much money that we would have got, right? Let's see how much money we would have gotten, right? Let's go ahead and zoom up a little bit. Let's take the ruler from the bottom of this candle that we entered on. And let's go to the top, right? Before it pulled back. That is what? 217 pips. 217 pips. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Right? 217. Let me really explain that to you. Right? Let me really explain that to you, family. With a 0.01, with a 0.01, that's $21. Right? With a 0.10, that's $217. If you just don't know how to count pips, you wasn't on my trading plan this morning. And with a what? A standard? A standard that's what? Because I know we got a lot of high ballers, right? That's what? $2,170 right? That's somebody mortgage. That's somebody mortgage, right? You just got somebody mortgage off one trade, family, right? You just got somebody mortgage off one trade. So guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna put that right there, right? Bam. We're just gonna put that right there. We're gonna put that right there. All right. So let's go back to the chat. I know we got a lot of questions, right? Y'all like, oh my gosh, my mind is blown. So let me see. Oh my God, right? 2K, right? What's the best time frames for this method? Right, family? As I know of right now, everybody is trading off of whatever time frame they like. I'm just keeping it real. They're trading off whatever time frame they like because you get arrows on every single time frame. You get arrows on every single time frame. All right. As you yeah, my type of party, right? On indices, I personally trade, on 15, right? Because there's a lot of stuff going on within an hour. There's a lot of stuff going on within an hour, right? So I mean, on FX pairs, typically if it's not GU, GJ, or EU, right? I go through the hour. I go to the 4 hour because I look for personally 100 to 50 pips, right? And as you saw right here, within a couple hours on GU, right, you got a 217 pips off one trade, right? Off one trade. I love that you're excited, right? So now, right, we're gonna go find another buy example, family. We're gonna go find another buy example, right? So we already know, right? We got 217 pips. So let's go find another buy example, all right? This one doesn't really have a lot of momentum. It don't really have a lot of momentum. It's kind of consolidation, right, family? So we don't want to enter trades like this when it's in consolidation. Y'all should know that. Oh, We're gonna hold questions until I get through another example and a sell. Then I'm gonna answer everyone's questions, right? Then I'm gonna answer everyone's questions, right? It already made its move before it crossed, so I'm not really looking for that. Not really looking for that. Come on, give me something juicy, right? We're gonna have to go to GJ. We're gonna have to go to GJ. Let me see. Let's go to GJ. There we go, GJ. There we go, GJ. Right? You called a buy way over here. All right, you called a buy way over here. You made a move. You came retested. I love it. I love it. Right. So where did you originally start? Dang, GJ was buying for a minute. GJ was buying for a minute, family. Right. So we're just gonna say we're gonna enter off of this one, right? So we got what? Step one, right? Buy arrow. Step two, candle closed on top of the EMAs, right? You come down. What? Pin bars are pointing up. So buyers have momentum. EMAs, right? EMAs, the blue is over the orange. So now what we will do, immediately on the next candle, we would enter, right? So let's take this ruler and let's see what GJ has blessed us with, because it was trending up for a while, right? Before it did its retest and its pullback, let's see what they blessed us with. Let's just see, right? Probably about 50 pips, right? About 50. Oh, I lied, right? Before it did its retest, right? It blessed us with 124 pips. Right? 124 pips. Let me put that back on the screen. Right? Before it retested, right? It blessed us with 123 pips. 123 pips. You got 217, and now you got 123, right? So now what we're going to do? We're going to go explain it for the family again. We're going to go explain it for the family again, right? So 123. Bam, right? Let's do 0.01. Right, 1230. Right, 0.1. $123. And then you got somebody mortgage again with a standard. You got somebody car note with a standard, right? You paying something off with that. You got some new Louis, you got some new Gucci, right? You got some new Dior, right? Big Pop Smoke vibes, right? Big Pop Smoke vibes, right? So let's say we enter off of this one too, right? We enter off of this one too, right? So look, buy, step one, right? Buy arrow, candle close on top, come straight down, volume, buyers got the volume, buyers got the momentum, right? So let's say we enter. All right, let's say we enter off the next candle, right? It went up, right? Before it did a retest, right? We were up 60 pips, right? And then let's say you were patient. Right? It pulled back, it came back up, right? Okay. Then we got another buy arrow. Okay, bam. Ooh, right? 102 pips. Oh, you are super patient, right? You are super patient because this is an hour, right? How many candles is this, man? That's about a day of holding it. right? I'm not that patient. Most people are not that patient. So let's just say we start off and we close it out at 60 pips, right? Because that's probably how long I'm gonna hold it, right? If it goes about 8 hours, I'm closing it out. If it goes about 8 hours, I know a couple people can sit in trades for weeks. That's not me, right? So 57 pips, right? As we know, a standard that's $570, right? $1 a pip, that's $57, and with a 0.01, that's $5.70. So now we're gonna get into what? We're gonna get into a sell example. We're gonna get into a sell example. Right? So now, family, right? We don't trade in between the EMAs. Write that in bold letters. We don't trade in between the EMAs. Right? Let me open up the chat before I get into a sell. Right? How can you set a take profit and stop loss? I got you. You just close somebody. I got you. Right? Why you don't trade in between the EMAs? Right? Because it hasn't declared a direction. Right? Unless you know how to counter trend trade, right? Because you're going against the trend, right? Because it hasn't decided if it's gonna be on a downtrend or uptrend, right? So while it's in here, right, it hasn't decided the direction. Right? Now, if you learn Hulk, you can trade in between the EMAs because now you're gonna target the EMAs as your TPs, right? Because we counter trend trade. On Batman, we don't counter trend trade. We just go with the flow of the river, right? We go with the flow of the river. Imagine swimming against the current, right? You're not getting as much pips, right? You're not getting as much pips, right? Because it's hard. It's hard swimming against the current. So now if you swim with the current, you'll go faster, right? So imagine all your pips, your money, right? Your money will add up faster because there will be more pips and it will be at a faster pace, right? So now when you're trading against the current, right? So let's say, right, when look. So imagine this is the trend, right? It closed above. This is the trend. It's going up. But you would have entered for a sell right here when it came in the middle between the EMAs. And what did it do? Right? Because I said what? The aqua is the magnet. So it came right back to the magnet and went back with the trend. It came back to the magnet and went back to the trend. Okay, bam, you thought it was going to sell again because it came between the EMAs, right? And what did it do? It went back to the magnet and it went again with the trend, right? So that's why we don't gamble with counter trend, family. We don't gamble with counter trend because you're going against the flow of the river. You're going against the flow of the river. That's not likely. I call that gambling, right? I personally don't like it. I personally don't like counter trend trades, but I know a lot of people who are successful with counter trend trade and breakout trading, right? That's why we don't do it. All right. So now let's get into a sell. Now, if you ever get into this situation, right, where the sell candle becomes in the middle of the EMA or above the EMAs, right, and sell, right? So step one for a sell, right? You will look for the arrow. You will look for the arrow and you would wait for a candle to close below, right? If you do not know, sell candles close at the bottom, right? So you'll wait, right? This one didn't close below. This one didn't close below. This one didn't close below. This one didn't close below, right? This candle finally closed below, right? So this would be the candle, right? After this will be the candle you enter on, right? If you ever get in this situation, you will wait for a candle to close below, right? Because step one, you're looking for the sell arrow. And step two, you're waiting for a candle to close below the EMAs. Step two, you're waiting for a candle to close below the EMAs. Right? Step three, sellers, do they have the volume? Sellers do have the volume because the volume is pointing down. The MACDs are pointing down. The pin bars are pointing down. Right? Step four, do the sellers have control? And if you look, the orange is over the blue. So the sellers do have control, family. The sellers do have control. So sellers have the value and sellers have control, which means what? Right? We're going to enter on this second candle right here. And let's see how many pips did we get before the aqua came down and really grabbed it, right? So we enter off this candle and we come all the way down. So what did we catch? Let me see if I can move this out the way so I can see. Let me see if I can move that out the way. Okay, bam. Right there. Right, we got 92 pips. 92 pips off one trade. 92 pips, family. Right? Let's add that up, right? We got 217, right? We had 123, we had 57, and now we got 92. Now we got 92. That's a hell of a day, right? We broke somebody's monthly pip goal just off 4 trades. Just off 4 trades with Batman. So if you over here saying, yo, wave analyzer ain't the wave, boy, Woo, Lord, let me add that up, right? So what we had 217. We had 217 plus what? 123, 57, and now we got 92. That's 489 pips, right? That's 489 pips. That's 4 bands. That's that's 4 bands, family. That's dang near $500 with a dollar a pip, and that's $48 with a 0.01, the lowest lot size, right? Everyone is eating, family. Everyone is eating. You just gotta use what's given to you. Everyone is eating. Every single person, right? So now we're gonna do another still example. We're gonna use this one, right? We're gonna use this one, right? So bam. So a sell arrow. Step 1. Step 2, you're waiting for the candle to close below the EMAs. So if you do not know, if it's a blue candle, a buy candle, it closes at the top. It closes at the top. Sell candles, red candles close at the bottom, right? So that you would not enter off this candle, right? Because it closed up here. So this candle right here, you will wait for it to close below. Bam. Right now, we'll come down and see what's going on down here on the MACDs, right? Do the sellers have momentum? Okay, bam. Pin bar is pointing down. Stochastics, right? Sellers are in control. Okay, so what are we going to do? We're going to enter off on this candle. We're going to enter on this candle, right? Because this one closed below, right? This one did not close below because it closed up here. This one is a sell candle and it closed below, right? So we're going to enter off this candle and let's see how many pips we got. Let's see if we could up the 498 pips we got. Let's see where it went, right? Originally it went 60 pips. And if you would have hold, right, and you would have got that sell candle, right, you would have got that other sell candle right there, right, you would have had 89. But me personally, I probably would have took the 60 pips. I would have took the 60 pips, right? So let's say we add the 61 pips to our original pips, right? The 489 pips we already got for the other 4 trades, we're gonna add the 61 pips on. Okay, so we got 550 pips right now with the 5 trades that we didn't did, right? So somebody call out a pair, right? Because you guys are like, yo, you just been calling GU, you just been calling GJ. Somebody call out a pair and we're gonna look at it, right? We're gonna look at it and really see a buy or a sell for it and see how many pips it go. All right, let's see what y'all want to hit. Oh, she said Nas. Oh, let me see. AU, right? EU. Okay, EU, EA, Nas, right? Jer. Oh man, y'all blowing me up. Gold. Oh man, I love some gold. I love gold, man. Gold's actually on my watch list. Okay. All right, we're gonna go with gold, then we're gonna go AU, right? Because they're on my watch list. They're on my watch list. I'm gonna click them real quick. Oh, 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 oh. Me personally, I mean, you could have waited for it to close below, but you would probably only got about 50 pips out of that. So let's say the buy. Let's go on for the buy, right? So bam, right? Step 1, buy. We're on gold, right? Buy, wait for a candle to close, right? We wait. This one closed above, right? Buy candles closed at the top. If you see it closed above the purple line, so I would have entered off this candle. Even though it did drop down, I would have entered off this candle, right? So bam, let's see at the bottom, right? Buyers have a little bit of control, right? A little bit of control. That blue line's over the orange. So everything does check out, right? Pin bars pointing up. They're blue. The blue line's over the orange. So I would enter off this candle, right? I would enter off that candle. So let's see how many pips it go for. All right, let me really fix the screen so y'all can see it when I'm done with it. Let me really fix the screen. So let's grab the bottom of this. Uh-oh. Oh, Lord. Oh, my gold family. What? You see this? 390 pips. Oh, Lord. I think I'm going to pass out. I go buy me some new Cuban links. I go buy me some new jewels. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, Lord. Lord, help me. Help me. Oh, oh my God. Yeah. Right. So if everything check out, right? I know I'll be playing with y'all, right? So what's the other one you want? You want an AU? Right? You want an AU? Right? So AU called a sell right here. AU called a sell, right? You will wait for the sell arrow, close below. The first candle did close below. Okay, so we'll come straight down, right? Come straight down, right? Sell is pointing down. And what? Orange over the blue means what? Sellers have control. So we'll enter off the next candle. we'll enter off the next candle. So let's really see how far AU went. Let's see how far AU went. So we'll put it on the top of that candle and drag it all the way to the bottom. Drag it all to the bottom. 109 pips. It went 109 pips. All right, before it retested. 109 pips. All right. It works on every single pair, family. Every single pair. Right? Y'all said what? Y'all said Nas. All right, so let's go look at Nas. Go look at Nas, right? Nas might blow your mind. It may go about 800 pips. No cap. Nas may blow your mind. Right? That middle child may blow your mind. Right? So let's go check on Nas. Right? It called a buy way down here. It called a buy way down here. I don't even know if I could get all of the pips in the camera. All right? So we're gonna do it like this. Have it like that. Have it like this, right? Y'all see that this is a buy arrow. Right? Y'all see that this is a buy arrow, right? This candle closes above the EMAs. You come down, EMAs are pointing up. Blue is over the orange. So what? We're entering in on the next candle. So bam, it did drop back down to the magnet, like I said, right? You see that wick, it dropped back down. So you have to have a bank account to hold that pullback to get what? To get what? Oh Lord. Oh what? Oh Lord, what? Oh Lord, what? 851 pips. Before it changed direction, it went 851 pips. This whole time, it was above the EMAs. It went 851 pips, right? Man, somebody don't even have to trade, boy. You drop a standard on this, that's 8 bands. You don't even got to trade for the rest of the month. You don't even have to go to work no more. You call your boss like, yo, man, I think I'm done. I don't want to come to work no more. I'm a Forex guy now. I'm a Forex guy now, right? If you don't know what plain Jane costs this, man, you go get your first rolling. You go get your first rolling. All right, you be like, boss, I don't need you no more. All right, I'm about to go build my business. I'm about to go build my business. Walking like I'm about to buy the building, right? Walking like, yo, you know who I am? You know who I am? Yeah, so indices do move intense. Indices do move intense. This is wild. It's very wild, right? Groundbreaking. Right? Indices do move different, right? So if you're calculating SL and TP for indices, right, it is different from regular FX pairs, right? So if you don't know that, I would definitely go back to my back office because you don't calculate pips with indices and golds and cryptos the same way you calculate SL and TP for regular FX crosses, right? All right, family. Right. So does anybody have any more questions? Right. So everybody know, right? Within these couple, like maybe like 6 trades we didn't call, we maybe let me go ahead and add let me go ahead and add that up, right? Let me go ahead and add that up. We got about 800 and I believe 63. And then we had another one about 69 pips. We got what? 1,400 pips. 1,400 pips. Right, family. That's somebody yearly's goal. Right? So now you have a tool, right? You don't have to necessarily learn how to trade, but you learning how to trade may compound your success. You can simply go off of the arrows and follow these steps and be a profitable trader, right? As long as you don't over leverage. Because you see, you will get a lot of pips with being patient. Right, you don't have to over leverage to get money, family. We don't need a lot of blown accounts because, as you see, if you had the account balance, the capital to stay in NAS for that long, you'd have got over 800 pips. You would have got over 800 pips. Right? So, family, right? Let's go ahead and drop my Instagram in the chat, right? Y'all can go ahead and shout that out. Shout that out because y'all did get on a social media marketing call, right? See y'all at the top because the bottom is way too crowded, right? Be blessed and unstoppable, right? And give all glory to God. So look, Shakizi, right? Y'all go plug in. Y'all go plug in Batman. Oh yeah. So before your computer freezes, right? Go ahead and click this. Click this right here. Click that cloud. Click that cloud and save it. So now if you want to rename it, you click the rename button and name it what's Batman. Batman. All right. So what we gonna listen to when we get out of here? Y'all know what I'm gonna play. We ain't gonna play no pop. We're gonna play that. We're gonna play that Jaden, right? Shout out Kurt. Shout out Kurt. Shout out Kurt. Shout out Kurt, right? We turn for that. We can't wait for the markets to open on Sunday, right? We get 1,400 pips. 1400 pips. Now, if you're coming from another company, ain't nothing like Tradera, baby. Ain't nothing like Tradera. Ain't nothing like Tradera. We turn it up. We turn it up, man. We turn it up. Ain't no gold cup, right? Forget a gold cup. We got the wave analyzer, baby. We got the wave analyzer, baby.
Please don't play with us. Nah, we up and aiming up. Ain't no hiding.